Hi guys, welcome to Friday. We've got stocks are loving it. The US dollar just coming back to the average, which is normal. With Fed heads, well, the two major ones came out last night. One was dovish, one was bullish. One dovish guy said that it's going to be a pause in June, and well, let's see what the monetary policy effect has on inflation. And then Bullard came out and said we're at the lower end of the spectrum of where rates needs to be, so indicating higher. But um, the looks like they're not going to get a rate rise in June, so stocks loved that idea and took off. And so there's a bit of selling in the US dollar. Uh, Fundamentally, the picture really hasn't changed. Um, It's just the natural cycle of the market. So you're going to see a bit of a pullback on the US dollar. And having a look at stocks, you can see that yeah, it's back up towards the recent highs, trying to get through that wall of worry that we spoke about earlier in the week. Uh, Sell in May, well, we're now in June, so the concept of selling in May, or the old axiom of selling in May, go away, um, is not always 100%, but I think that we will see that we've got the job started tonight, but I think after that there might be maybe some selling pressure in stocks, and so I would expect the US dollar to retrace a little bit more, and then look to be sort of bouncing up and retesting those. So where's that? There's something like the dollar yen. Well, it's coming back and should find support around here, around the mid 137s, and look to bounce it off that. Cable, super strong, broke through that resistance, keeping that uptrend intact, which is surprising for the pound. Maybe getting ahead of itself. I can't really see myself buying the pound. I'm not against the US anyway. Don't see much more upside for it either. Euro, clearly, this major resistance up here around 110. I look for it to come back to the moving average before fading it. And so around the mid 108s. And the Aussie dollar, well, it's clearly in a downtrend, and I would look to fade it off one of these resistance levels, which is stopped first at these lows, which is 65.70 area, and I'd probably lean against that. Even though when you go and look at the commodity picture, gold is up, oil had a good day, wheat and iron ore also had good days, so did copper. That's positive news for the Aussie, but I just don't think there's enough in it to warrant getting long the Aussie. I'd still look to fade it off a resistance level around here somewhere. And that's it. We'll see you next week. Stay safe. Have a good weekend. Trade accordingly.